Avatar theory. The Cabbage Man is actually a Fire Nation spy. When I originally think about it, you know, maybe, because he all over the place. He had Old Mashu, he had Ba Sing Se, he everywhere trying to sell cabbages, but his car keeps getting destroyed. If you a cabbage farmer, you probably not making a lot of money, right? But how can he afford to travel all over the place and keep replacing his cart and keep replacing these cabbages? Where is his cabbage farm at? I think he worked for the Fire Nation, but let's check out this video and see for ourselves. Water, earth, fire. Copyright.
Airbender is a Fire Nation spy, and I believe he is the true villain of Avatar.
I don't know about all that.
Orchestrating the events of both shows, and also I think he's cabbage bending, but we'll get to that part later.
I mean, it will make sense. Where did the cabbage come from?
But I promise you, this will be the most convincing Avatar theory you will ever hear. This is cabbage theory.
Oh. This is gonna be a great video. I already know. But one, the Cabbage Merchant. Shout out to Karuto in the Discord for dropping this video.
So, Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Remember to subscribe if you enjoy.
Who clicked on this video have already seen it, but on the off chance you haven't, it's basically a show where some people can control one of the 4 elements. And the Avatar, the only person who can master all 4 elements, has to stop the Fire Nation from taking over the world. But why would I possibly think that a random Earth Kingdom cabbage merchant is actually a Fire Nation spy?
Maybe he's not random.
But we'll get to that later. You know, he's just a funny running gag character. All we ever see him do is get his cabbages destroyed.
My cabbages! My cabbages! My cabbages! My cabbages!
Where are these cabbages coming from?
Think about it. We are told many times throughout the show that there are Fire Nation spies.
He was probably trying to signal the Fire Navy.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's a spy for the Fire Navy.
How do we know you're not Fire Nation spies?
Jet, he's just an old man. He's Fire Nation. He was sent to eliminate me.
But strangely, we never actually see any of them. But at the same time, we know there must be spies out there because someone is giving Zuko very detailed information about the gang's whereabouts.
We're closing in on the Avatar's trail.
There have been multiple sightings of the Avatar.
Somehow Prince Zuko and the Fire Nation
keep at the same time, you know, Aang was going around the world saying, hey, I'm the Avatar and doing a bunch of shit. So, I mean, it's not that big a surprise to try and find out where he is.
There have been multiple sightings of the Avatar.
Somehow
Zuko was always on his trail, for real.
And let me ask you this.
Somehow, bro, keep showing up saying I'm the Avatar.
Run into throughout the entire show.
Zuko.
The Cabbage Merchant. Okay, I know it still sounds like a stretch, but don't worry.
Nah, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you.
In Book 3, the gang goes to see a Fire Nation play all about their adventures.
You guys are not
This is a big one because the Cabbage Man is in there. I rewatched the show like last month.
I'm the Avatar, silly. Here to spread joy and fun.
It's basically just Fire Nation propaganda where the Fire Lord is shown as the good guy and wins in the end.
The world is mine.
Woo, yeah, let's go!
But other than that, the plot of the play is surprisingly accurate.
It's really close.
And challenges must you face.
No, Jet, what did they do to you?
How would they know this part?
So, where did they get all of this information about the gang?
His sources include singing nomads, pirates, prisoners of war, and a surprisingly knowledgeable merchant of cabbage.
He was giving out information.
Merchant of cabbage.
Huh.
He was giving out information.
Why did the Cabbage Merchant, an Earth Kingdom citizen, help them write Fire Nation propaganda? Because he's actually a Fire Nation spy. Okay, wait. Maybe I'm just overthinking this.
Nah, bro, you're on his trail.
Maybe he didn't necessarily know he was helping the Fire Nation. For all we know,
someone
just asked him about the Avatar, and he was more than willing to complain about the guy who has destroyed his cabbages many times.
Not a complaint.
You know,
he wants them
gone.
A
little petty, but there's no reason to think he's secretly trying to take down the Earth Kingdom. Right?
The Cabbage Merchant is a sleeper agent. So it's not his fault. He's brainwashed.
In Book 2, the Cabbage Merchant tries to take the ferry to Ba Sing Se.
Oh, we got Death Note music? Oh, we really thinking, huh?
By the ticket lady.
I told you already. No vegetables on the ferry. One cabbage slug could destroy the entire ecosystem of Ba Sing Se.
Exactly.
My cabbages!
She destroys his cabbages to
For good
avoid
reason.
risking cabbage slugs from getting into the city. Now, this may seem like a bit of an overreaction.
Nah,
but
bro,
Ba Sing
destroying
Se
the
is a
ecosystem?
closed-off, self-contained
Exactly.
ecosystem. If the wrong pest got in, it could quickly spread.
Everything
and be
is gone.
devastating for the
Yep.
city's agriculture and economy. And you know what's crazy about all this? She was right.
Yeah, 100%. Oh no way! This one of them edits. This one of them AI deepfakes.
Really
No
closely,
way.
as the cabbage cart gets destroyed,
No
you
way.
can just barely see a cabbage
I'ma have to
slug
rewatch
flying
this.
through the air.
One cabbage slug could destroy the entire ecosystem of Ba Sing Se.
Listen to what the lady says. A single cabbage slug would destroy the entire
Could,
ecosystem
not would,
of Ba
could.
Sing Se.
But
if
yes.
the cabbage merchant actually got into Ba Sing Se like he wanted, he would have personally been responsible for the downfall of the capital of the Earth Kingdom. Okay, that's not like a great look for the cabbage man, but you know, maybe it was just an accident. No, I refuse to accept that. Look at this guy. He is so passionate.
He's
and
a
obsessed
cabbage
with his
master.
cabbages.
Off with their
You
heads!
think he wouldn't have
One for
caught
each
the
head of
slug?
cabbage.
Literally, his only defining trait is how much he cares about his cabbages. Does this really seem like the type of guy who wouldn't know if he had cabbage slugs?
Nah, he knew.
He's a Fire Nation spy.
Okay, now it sounds like we're gonna get him thrown in jail.
I mean, he clearly has a vendetta against Aang, but why would he be intentionally trying to take down the Earth Kingdom? Well, Aang is not the only one who destroys his cabbages. We've seen him try to enter both Omashu and Ba Sing Se, and both times Earth Kingdom bureaucrats destroyed his cabbages.
What kind of slum do you think this is? Security!
And these are only the times that we actually know about. For all we know, this is a regular occurrence for him. And then he's forced to watch as they immediately let Aang, his mortal enemy, inside directly after him.
Bro said mortal enemy, bro. That's the first time that he's ever seen him.
It is my pleasure to help.
All right, we scammed that lady good.
He didn't even have a ticket to get into Ba Sing Se. What the hell? And when Aang does destroy his cabbages, and he tries to get justice,
You're gonna pay for this! Off with their heads! One for each head of cabbage!
guess what the Earth Kingdom authorities do to Aang?
What is your judgment, sire?
Bro, you know what's crazy? This lady didn't even think that Aang was really the Avatar because there was like 6 other Avatar knockoffs at the train station or the ferry station anyway.
Guess what the Earth Kingdom authorities do to Aang?
What is your judgment, sire?
Throw them!
A feast.
They throw him a feast. The cabbage merchant has just as much reason to hate the Earth Kingdom. And I think the years of abuse and special treatment for the Avatar radicalized him into becoming a Fire Nation spy, attempting to take down the Earth Kingdom from within using infested cabbages. And you know what?
Interesting proposal.
I don't even think this was his only attempt to do this.
Oh
I
yeah?
told you already!
Already?
No vegetables on the ferry!
The ticket
So he
lady
asked
says,
before.
I told you already.
I told you already.
This is not the first time he's tried smuggling cabbage slugs into Ba Sing Se. And when he tried to enter Omashu, listen to why the guards...
Bro, you should 100% be a lawyer. You're gonna get the right and the wrong people thrown in jail.
Rotten cabbages? What kind of slum do you think this is?
Rotten cabbages. I think the cabbage man was once again trying to sneak in infested cabbages into Omashu. And you know what? I think this time he actually succeeded. Despite being rejected and having his cabbage cart completely destroyed, just a few minutes later we see him inside of the city with a whole new cart full of cabbages.
Where did it come from?
My cabbages!
How'd he get in?
My cabbages!
Like what? Did he just find a spare cart
Bro got a new
full
cart.
of cabbages somewhere? No. I actually think these are the same cabbages. We know from Return to Omashu that there is a secret sewer entrance into the city beneath the gate,
A secret passage?
which is exactly where the merchant's cabbages were thrown.
So the old man climbed down there and put the
So
cabbages
I
through the
think
sewage
Cabbage Man
system.
went down there to retrieve his cabbages,
You think he did
discovered
that?
the secret entrance, and successfully brought the infested cabbages into the city to weaken it for the Fire Nation. And you know
okay.
what's really crazy about this?
The whole thing
Worked. The next time we see
Oh, yeah.
Omashu, it's been conquered by the Fire Nation.
How'd that happen?
Kingdom City.
Oh no.
They even make a point to tell us how surprising this is and how Omashu had never been conquered for the entire 100-Year War.
I can't believe it. I know the war has spread far, but Omashu always seemed untouchable.
Up until now, it was.
So why is it now suddenly so vulnerable? It's because of the Cabbage Merchant! And this is also exactly what happened to Ba Sing Se. He was rejected entry, his cabbages got destroyed, but then later we see him inside of the city with cabbages. What, did he take the fucking serpent's pass? And then shortly after he arrives and starts selling his cabbages, the city gets conquered by the Fire Nation. I'm starting to notice maybe a little pattern here. You can't deny it anymore. There's too many connections. The Cabbage Merchant is working for the Fire Nation to help take down the Earth Kingdom and spy on the Avatar. And speaking of which, how exactly is the Cabbage Merchant spying on the gang? Like, obviously they've bumped into each other a couple times.
How?
Zuko and the Ember Island players have a ton of information about the gang.
Here's what you missed. We went to the Fire Nation, and you got better, and I got a sword, and I think Combustion Man died.
Like, way more than anyone should have. It almost feels like there's something else going on here. And if you don't believe me, I reached out to a certified Avatar expert to see if
Bro, shout out to overanalyzing Avatar. He single-handedly made me realize I should rewatch this show as an adult. And it was an amazing experience. So yeah.
there's any more examples of the Fire Nation knowing things they shouldn't.
Right, so like in book 3, when everyone thinks Aang is dead,
crossover.
how does Zuko's assassin Combustion Man keep finding them? It couldn't have just been dumb luck 3 times in 8 episodes that he was just around, right? Seems unlikely. And how'd they know to put Toph in a wooden cell anyway?
I'm gonna turn you in and collect a reward. Then you metal bend yourself out of jail. Hey, what kind of cell is this?
A wooden one.
If you think about it, the Fire Nation should know that metal bending exists. Toph only created it a few weeks ago, and the only people that have seen it are from the Earth Kingdom and the Fire Nation troops aboard that ship who were probably just horribly killed by the serpent. And Toph never uses metal bending in her scams in that episode, only earth bending. So why in the world would the Fire Nation town guards think they use a wooden cell when they're not even aware that metal bending is a thing?
Thank you, Mr. Overanalyzing
I don't
Avatar.
know.
So
that's a good question.
How could the Fire Nation possibly know all of this? Especially the stuff in Book 3 when the Cabbage Merchant isn't even around. It's almost like the Fire Nation has another way to spy on the gang. A way that still involves the Cabbage Merchant, even if he isn't nearby. Okay, here's where my theory goes into full-on tinfoil hat conspiracy mode, so
I'm here for it, brother.
Yourself.
Let's hear it.
There's a really strange detail in the episode The Puppet Master, an episode that the Cabbage Merchant isn't even in. But still, I honestly think it's one of the strangest things in the entire show. In this episode, the gang goes to a Fire Nation market, and Katara buys a cabbage. Except, there's something very weird about this cabbage. It clearly has a very looking face on it. Like, huh? I swear, this is actually in the show. I did not edit this in. It's never even acknowledged in the episode. It's just a weird, creepy face watching the characters for no reason. Why in the world would the anime...
He can see through the cabbages!
So weird.
He can see through the cabbages!
Okay, so I have a theory. But what I'm about to say is gonna sound completely insane. It's probably the stupidest possible thing I could say, but what if the Cabbage Merchant is using the cabbages to spy on the gang? Yes, I believe that the Cabbage Merchant is a cabbage bender.
The first and only, one of his own kind.
Okay, wait, don't
How
go.
profound!
I know that sounds stupid, but I swear it makes sense. Just hear me out. In this show, there is a precedent for being able to spy on people through vegetation, with the swamp.
I think I know how to find them. Everything is connected.
Well, true, it is precedented in the series, so.
And it isn't even just like an avatar power either. Toph can use the swamp vines to literally see the entire world.
I'm more connected to the world than you've ever been. I can see Sue and Lin, Zalfu and Republic City. I see everything.
Man.
Now, obviously, this Cabbage is not
Toph is OP in the swamp, huh?
But a major theme of Avatar is how separation is just an illusion and everything is connected.
I get how the tree is one big thing, but the whole world?
Sure.
The whole world is connected, of course.
From me or your friends or this tree?
The greatest illusion of this world is the illusion of separation.
We're all connected, all of us, and everything.
Are actually one and the same. Even the separation of the four elements is an illusion.
We're all connected. Everything is connected.
Yes.
Everything in this
And that's also why I rewatched Avatar. Because this shit is profound and true.
Including the Cabbage Merchant and cabbages across the entire world are connected. And I think the merchant is somehow tapping into this connection to spy on the game.
He does love cabbages.
I feel like technically you could do this with anything in Avatar. He's just like really honed his ability on cabbages. He's cabbage bending, and I have evidence to prove it. This man's the Avatar, and I have evidence to prove it. Explains why he's so obsessive and protective of them.
Off with their heads! One for each head of cabbage!
And it also explains why he's constantly feeling them for some reason.
He loves them.
He's not just randomly caressing a cabbage, he's connecting with it through cabbage bending. And if you don't believe me,
no, I believe it, brother.
While he's feeling a cabbage, we can see him literally sense the gang coming.
Yep. The cabbage told him. They probably spoke to him.
Like, yeah, there was a falling sound, but if you listen closely, he senses them before we can hear the sound.
Bro said if you listen closely.
He senses them before we can hear the sound.
Bro, I love this video. It's so funny. Bro, this video is hilarious.
Through the cabbage. This also
video is so hilarious,
bro.
bro.
Able to find the secret entrance into Omashu. His cabbages fell down near the entrance,
and then the cabbages told him.
I know it sounds crazy.
No,
but
the evidence is here.
It's cabbage bending.
The absence of evidence does not mean the evidence is absent.
Time we see cabbages in this show, the merchant is using them to spy on the gang. He is always watching.
Bro, his back.
He's not just some random funny background character. He is a highly skilled double agent.
He's like
Zahir
Zahir.
For the Fire Nation. And if you still, after all of this, don't believe that, then let me ask you this. How did a failing cabbage merchant get enough money to start an extremely successful technology company in the Legend of Korra?
Cabbage Corp, Republic City's trusted name in technology for over 50 years.
No! Not my Cabbage Corp!
They even
built a
massive statue of him in Republic City. They don't just hand these out. Not even Katara got a statue. The cabbage merchant built his empire with blood money he was paid by the Fire Nation to take down the Earth Kingdom. And he has gone on to become one of, if not the most rich and powerful people in all of Avatar. All right, there you go. Bet you didn't expect the My Cabbages guy to be the true villain.
It all adds up.
Of the show. You know, at least he doesn't seem to be doing it anymore. In fact, in Legend of Korra, his company is actually the main supplier of airships for the Earth Kingdom now. So, you know, it seems like he's gotten...
Hey, that does not mean anything, bro. If anything, it means he helps whoever is winning. Like, bro.
Maybe this is even his way of trying to make up for all the damage he's done to the Earth Kingdom.
Bro,
you know,
he's selling planes to the government.
A happy ending after all.
He's selling planes to the government.
These airships that Cabbage Corp sold to the Earth Kingdom are way cheaper than the ones Future Industries built.
And they're cheap.
That's just shoddy workmanship.
Oh my god.
So maybe he's just making money.
He's still fucking doing it.
He's a capitalist.
These rules are busted. It's not my fault this airship's a hunk of junk.
Even generations later, the Cabbage Merchant is still secretly weakening the Earth Kingdom.
Cheat!
But why? Is
because
he still
money.
Working for the Fire Nation?
He's working for who's winning.
No, he can't be. In Legend of Korra, the Earth Kingdom and the Fire Nation are not enemies anymore. The new Fire Lord is even like super against the idea of fighting the Earth Kingdom.
The Fire Nation has spent too much of its history fighting nonsense wars, and I refuse to drag my nation into another one unless there's no other choice.
Why is the Cabbage Merchant still doing this? Who is he working for?
Himself. He is the final boss.
Oh my god.
He is the big bad.
How did I miss this?
Book 4.
The Cabbage Merchant is a member
of the Red Lotus.
The Red Lotus is an anarchist organization from Legend of Korra Book 3. And we're told that there are more Red Lotus spies out there, even though we never actually end up seeing them.
And even with Zahir,
that means they're good spies.
We still don't know how many Red Lotus members might be out there hiding.
How many threats
that kind of sounds familiar.
exist in the shadows.
Hate governments and secretly took down the Earth Kingdom from within. You know, that actually kind of reminds me of someone. They hate the Avatar and even tried to kill her.
Now, destroy the Avatar!
Off with their heads! One for each head of Cabbage!
And each member of the Red Lotus is a highly unique and specialized bender. Cabbage bending. No, that's crazy.
Making
he
sense.
Can't be. He's not an anarchist. He's just the funny cabbage guy.
No. How do you think he got Zahir and he got everybody else from all over? There's cabbages all over the world, man. They're everywhere. It's making sense.
The Red Lotus is a group that originally split off from the White Lotus.
We are what the White Lotus was meant to be, but after the 100-Year War, the White Lotus lost its true purpose. Its members came out of hiding and openly served the Avatar.
And you know, you'd probably
that
think
is
that
kind of
if they're
true.
Just like the White Lotus, but
that is kind of true.
Their logo would probably be just a red version of the White Lotus's logo, but no. They did a full-on redesign. It doesn't even look like a lotus flower anymore. But you know what it does look like?
A Sharingan!
A fucking cabbage! It's a fucking red cabbage! You can't keep getting away with this!
You can't keep getting away with it! The voices!
Okay, bye! Thanks for watching my funny cabbage video. Goodbye! I think I might have really fucked up my voice on this one.
That was a good video.
Yeah, that's my theory. Thanks again to Overanalyzing Avatar for helping out with this theory. That guy has like an encyclopedic knowledge of this show, so go check him out.
A cabbage merchant in Avatar? What are you talking about?
I know I'm not like the first person to ever notice some of these details, but as far as I can tell,
no, you put it together though.
Actually connected all the dots like
yeah,
this before.
Congrats.
I'm still working on that big old final SpongeBob bonus video that I keep talking about. I know you guys have been waiting a long time for it, but you know, it's just a very big project, and I still gotta post smaller videos like this in the meantime. That video is gonna be over 4 hours long, and over an hour and a half of it is just new SpongeBob theory content. So it'll be worth the wait, I promise, and it should be a nice send-off to the SpongeBob part of my channel. But if you want an early look
so he started with SpongeBob.
Mini theories that's going to be in the video, you
9
can
minutes
watch it
long
on my Patreon right now for $5.
W plug.
And also you get some other cool stuff too. And you get to support a little guy like me. That's nice.
Shout out to Alex.
That's Cabbage Theory. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Wait. I forgot one last thing. This mouse is also a Fire Nation spy. In Book 1, there's a scene where Iroh is just like chilling in the Earth Kingdom, and then a random mouse comes up to him and straight up warns him about the Earth Kingdom.
About the Earth Kingdom.
Who's there? You startled me, little one. But it was
and they're friends.
Sweet nap.
The Dragon of the West.
Like,
he was there.
No other way to interpret this. This mouse was 100% warning Iroh. And then, 6 episodes later, Momo brings Katara a mouse that looks exactly the same.
It might be the same one, even though they're in different locations.
Was spying on the gang. Momo just saved their lives. That was a fucking.
They were working. He's Red Lotus. That was a fun video, man. If you guys enjoyed, hit the like button and subscribe. This is my first time checking out Alex Bale, and I absolutely enjoyed it. Shout out to Karuto over here in the Discord. Join Discord if you want. Drop your videos here in the Discord video request section. I will check them out when I do. So yeah, I'll see you. Oh yeah, we also just watched Pokemon Smash or Pass, so check that out. Oh, there's a part 2. I might check that out another time. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one. Y'all be safe. Enjoy your days. Again, I think you guys definitely should watch Overanalyzing Avatar. He's right here. And just go and rewatch Avatar. If you watched it as a kid, watch it as an adult. And yeah, see, it's actually a really good video. And I was serious when I talked about we're all connected. Like 100%, bro. That shit's real. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.